Hello and welcome back to an Insurance Times Q&A. I'm Yanis Katoulis, Acting Editor at Insurance Times.
And I'm James Burns, Head of Cyber Strategy at CFC.
Great, so you've mentioned the industry-wide character of the CMC and how it needs to expand beyond the insurance industry as well. I mean, how is that being reflected in the makeup of the CMC?
So we're establishing the body as what's known as a CLG, so a company limited by guarantee, and it's similar setup to the sort of structure you see with charities and non-profits, for example, whereby there's no ownership, but you have members, but the body has a legal identity distinct from its membership base. And within the body, within that sort of corporate structure, people from non-insurance backgrounds. So we're talking about people from the realms of academia, the world of cybersecurity, backgrounds in public policy and similar subjects like that. And I think that's really important because given the potential for the body's decisions to be used as a mechanism for the insurance world, we want to make sure that the technical committee are not from the insurance world to make sure there's no sort of conflict that might arise. Absolutely,
and you talk about conflict of interest there as well. People will ask that CFC have put this CMC together with the panel as well, and what's in it for you?
We've been looking at this problem for a long time and been thinking about it from a number of angles. This challenge of systemic risk within the cyber market, and this is the best solution that we could think of to try and help solve the problem that we have, and that's the problem of systemic risk. The problem of systemic risk is a big enough problem that it's something that the market has no choice but to help solve. And obviously we're big players within the cyber insurance market, so it's not totally altruistic. We have a vested interest in making sure that this market functions in the long term. And that's really what we've tried to do here. We've tried to see ourselves as catalysts for a solution to a market-wide problem.
Great, so you've explained why CFC are looking to set up what is quite a needed product here, I think. What are you hoping that the impact of it will be in terms of the developing cyber market?
So we think there could be a big impact on cyber insurance policies and the way that cyber insurers structure their insurance policies. At the moment, the main way that insurers try to handle the challenge of systemic risk is through scenario-specific exclusions in the backs of policy. So a good example is the war exclusion and updated cyber war exclusions. That's a method that insurers use to try and protect themselves from systemic risk. Now, it's not necessarily war per se that they're worried about. It's the fact that that could give rise to a catastrophic style loss. What this model could provide, what the CMC could provide, is a replacement for that approach, because you could have insurers linking a single cyber catastrophe exclusion to a declaration made by the body. So you're simplifying the product. You're replacing a long and potentially growing lists of scenario-specific exclusions to a single cat exclusion tied to a declaration made by the body. That makes the product much simpler, which makes it easy to sell, which is obviously something which is potentially hugely beneficial to the market. You know, this product still isn't widely brought outside of the US, and like 90% of organizations aren't buying a robust standalone cyber product. So it's something that's a real key concern, I think, for the supply side dynamics, I guess, in relation to the future of the market.
Absolutely, I can see how that would be the case as well. And in terms of impact, are you looking for the CMC to increase the uptake of cyber insurance policies?
So as I mentioned, the CMC itself won't be directly concerned with the insurance market at all. It's not there to serve the market. Actually, the use case stacks up completely independently of the existence of the market itself. But I think by definition, the work that it will be carrying out can be used as that mechanism that the market can perhaps require to address systemic risk. So a consequential effect of that should be a simpler product. It should be much clearer definitions around what cyber cat risk actually is, and that should solve a lot of problems in relation to the supply side as well. So, you know, cyber reinsurance capacity and third-party capital. So the CMC isn't there to help solve the problems of the market, but its very existence could help do so, if you see what I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.